Yes. Hello, hello, hello. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Please put a 1 in the comments if you can hear me clearly while I'm adjusting this. Hi, my loves. How are y'all? Let me get my thing together. I don't know. Y'all might be mad at me today because I've been seeing some stuff. I've been I haven't been going live as much, which that's going to shift and change. But I needed to kind of take a step back because I really have been seeing some things that's been happening amongst women, and I really needed to stop. So I am hoping a lot of us are living in false realities, and it is causing destructive manifestations. And we need to kind of deal with that. We really need to deal with that. So I'm actually doing a 2-part series. So I feel really bad for the people who missed part 1, which is happening right now, because part 2 is gonna happen this tonight. Like it's that serious for me what I see happening that I'm going live this morning, which is early for me, which is 9:30. Y'all know I don't really go live normally this early, and then I'm also going to go live tonight because it's gotten out of hand. It's extremely ridiculous. It's beneath you, and it really needs to stop. So we really are here to shatter all of these illusions and build real realities and build realities. And so the first part of what I'm going to be talking about today and doing that is I'm going to talk about why you keep having these destructive manifestations. And what I mean by destructive manifestations, this is why you keep manifesting realities that you actually don't want. And a lot of it is because people on this app are speaking so much about manifestation, but they are not telling you the truth. Okay, they are not telling you the truth of what happens underneath that, what that actually looks like. And so today, I really want to shift that. And I'm coming to you as a woman who supports other women in literally doing this in their lives. I support women in creating and manifesting the lives that they really want. But in order for me to do that, we have to uproot some things. And so another thing that happened on my transition was on my time away was that I decided to make a shift. I'm still going to be supporting women in business and doing all this great stuff, but I have realized because of the way that I have allowed my clients or supported my clients in a space to manifesting the life that they want, I've realized that I am truly a feminine lifestyle strategist. I literally get women in position and provide them with the strategy to create the life that they want. It is something that I have done for years on years on years, and it's time for me to step into the fullness of that reality. Hi, my love. And I'm stepping into the fullness of that reality and understanding that I help women get the life they want. And I don't feel bad about that. And some people say, oh, maybe you should not sound like you're. No, that's what I do. I support my clients in getting the life that they want. How do I do that? I do that by helping them master their feminine design. I help them by helping them achieve energy regulation, also known as emotional intelligence. And I help my clients create seamless income. That's what I do. That's what I do. It does. So I meant to tell y'all that last night, Arshia, in the meeting, but I forgot. But it does. Like how you were saying, it is. That's what I do. That's what I do for amazing women. I support women in creating the lives that they want. And it started with me creating the life that I want as a digital nomad, traveling the world, doing my work from anywhere in the entire world. And I love the work that I do. My results have over the years have been massive. They've been massive for my clients who have wanted to go from being in 5-figure businesses to 6-figure businesses. That's how I've supported them. My clients going from 6-figure businesses to multi 6-figure businesses. I've supported them in those aspects. My clients who are high earners, who are making multi 6 figures, struggle to align with their femininity. I support them in mastering their feminine design, because the truth of the matter is this: if you want to live the life you want, you're going to have to master your authentic feminine design, which means that you understand the aesthetic and the science to your design as a woman. The second thing that you're going to have to do is that you're going to have to regulate your energy, okay? You're going to have to regulate your energy. And what I mean by that is you're going to have to get in control of your emotions and your emotional responses. Okay. And so I support women in that as well. And then the third thing that I do massively is support my clients in creating seamless income. You should not be hustling as a woman. I don't believe that. I know we bought into that lie. I bought into it for a long time. It made me sick. I was sick. I was 90 pounds heavier. I was looking crazy. I was in relationships that were not serving me. I could not find divine masculine to support me at all because I was staying in that space of not really understanding myself and feeling like I needed to hustle, feeling like I needed to keep going, keep going, keep going, and keep doing these things, when in reality, I don't. I didn't have to do these things, because if you pay attention to your feminine design, and when I say you paying attention to your feminine design, this means that you have a clear understanding about the way that you were created, and you have a clear understanding of your creator. Okay? And when you understand that society is not your creator, you don't allow society to berate you, to judge you, to tell you that you're not beautiful, to tell you your limits. Why are you allowing a creation of man? And man is a creation of the Most High, okay, to rule your life. So when you detach from these things and you get in alignment with your feminine design, this is the type of stuff that happened, and this is the type of work that my client did that has her now engaged to her life partner in literally less than 10 months. This is what my clients have done to be able to shift their entire lives and their experiences by shifting their finances in less than 30 days. Okay? It's not because I have this magic trick. It's not because I'm teaching all of this stuff. I'm teaching you to get in alignment with yourself. When you get in alignment with yourself, it's easier for you to control and regulate your emotions. When you can regulate your emotions, you can get to the money. You can get to the money. When you can get your feelings in check, you can get to the money. Or better yet, not even you getting to the money actually will come to you. But that's all in understanding self. So again, my name is Elle Antoinette. I am a feminine lifestyle strategist, and I support my amazing clients in those 3 significant ways of mastering their authentic feminine design, which, like I said, is the aesthetic and the science of womanhood. Okay, because a lot of women come to me and say, "Oh, you taught me how to be a woman." I really get emotional when I think about that, because I think that a lot of us, especially millennial wise, we experienced a lot of single moms, being raised by single moms, and a lot of our moms had to play 2 positions. And so a lot of times when moms don't have the balance of dad being there, what ends up happening is that mom tends to abandon her emotional needs or her emotional self so that she can step up and become top provider, so she can step up and can become top disciplinarian, on top of top teacher, on top of all of these things. And it's very hard to be in a nurturing space, or to be nurturing, when you're having to go and work extremely hard at work and then come home and there's not a balance for you at home to be able to support you. So that makes a lot of women, that made a lot of our moms very hard. And because of that hardness, that caused them to raise us to be very hard, or raise us to be very results driven, very achievement driven, very I can do it myself, very this, very that. And I think what we don't understand, and what we didn't understand, is that if you go to your mother, if you go to whoever raised you in that type of scenario, and you ask them, would they have wanted support or needed support during their time, they would gladly tell you that they would have appreciated someone relieving them, so there was a form of balance. So not having that balance at home can cause a rift as you get older. You become hyper independent. You become, it's very difficult for you to articulate when you need support and when you need help. You feel weak when you rest. You don't feel like you're doing enough, and you're constantly on the go, 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 go. And even with being on the go, 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 you still are not getting the results you want. Like, I watched a TikTok the other day that broke my heart. It was a 27-year-old girl, and I'm actually going to restitch it. It was a 27-year-old girl who was like, I feel like the American dream lied to me. They did. They lied to all of us. They told us to hustle. They told us to work twice as hard. All of these things, when they knew that this system was honestly set up for us to be slaves, not to support us. And I need you to understand that. Like, I'm getting ready to do a in-person training in Tennessee on the 24th with these women who are doing grants. And I'm speaking about being assertive and being feminine in corporate, right? So one of the key things that I'm going to start off with, and I want everyone on this live to understand, if you are working in a 9-to-5 position, corporate doesn't care about you. Corporate doesn't care about you. And don't be mad when that corporate doesn't care about you. It's your responsibility to care about you. These systems are set up for you to be disconnected from yourself. These systems are set up for you to become slaves to it and dependent upon them. These systems are set up for you to work against your womanhood. And when you have that understanding, you stop allowing corporations and companies to slave you, and you start using them to fund your dreams, to elevate your lifestyle. Okay? And that is what I support women in doing. If you're wanting to get away from that 9 to 5, I've done that. I can show you how to create a cushion of 50,000 if you're ready. But if you ain't ready to become the woman who manages an extra 50,000, don't even come to me, because you're not ready. And what you're going to learn today from the things that I am speaking about is simply that you're not really, there's no such thing as manifesting things. You just manifest the person you are with these things. And that's the reality that you have to come to and understand, okay? And I'm going to break that down. Like I said, I'm going live this morning. So I hate it for people who are going to miss it, baby, because it's part 1. And no, I'm not giving no replay, because this is going into the vault. This is going to be a paid course. So I hate it for whoever misses it, okay? Part 1 is happening today. Part 2 is happening tonight. If you are on my email list, you will have access to what time I'm going live. Part 2. If you don't, I'm not coming on here giving y'all a warning. Do your work. Take your initial steps, so that you can get the support that you are looking for and that you really, really want. I am not a woman that plays games. I'm extremely feminine, but I'm extremely firm about doing this work. I am a woman who has done this work, who continues to do this work, and who continues to guide women on this journey of doing this work. And it's not for play. If you want the life you want, you're going to have to be able to do your work. My client that manifested her life partner and is now engaged within 10 months of saying, I start using your dating standards, I start using this, I start applying these things to my life, my courses, I'm really in a space where I'm waking up the things within myself. It's major. I took the link out of my bio. You can click the link. You can click Instagram and you can see the link there. The reason why I took the link out of my bio, because I'm running actually an experiment with TikTok to see if my followers and if my engagement goes up more without it being a business account versus a personal one. So that's why you don't see it in there. But go to Instagram, click the link, and that's where you'll see all of my products and services, and you'll see about my masterclass that's coming up next week, which I'm going to talk about as well. So let me go ahead and get into it. All right, so y'all know who I am. My name is Elle Antoinette. I'm a feminine lifestyle strategist. I support my clients in those 3 key areas. I love the work that I do. I love my life. I am 40 years old, and I quit my job at 35, and I started to build my business. My business is a 6-figure business. I built it from the ground up, so I got it out the mud without even having to pick up a shovel and hustle. Which is why I'm going to be teaching in my other masterclass about my seamless 6-figure strategy. But that's on a whole nother thing. So what you need to understand about yourself, most importantly, before I get into living in these false realities and creating these destructive manifestations, and why you just can't seem to manifest the life you want for real, I'm going to give you the real underline of some things. But before we get into that, I want you to understand your value. You have innate value as a woman. You don't have to perform. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to jump through hoops or do any of that type of foolishness. You just have to simply make a decision to step into the fullness of being you. Okay? So the first part of that is knowing that you are, number 1, high-level currency. As a woman, you should know I'm high-level currency. Well, what does that mean, I'm high-level currency? That means that you are time, you are energy, you are attention, and you are money. When you understand that you are all of these things and all of these things are within you, you don't waste these things, okay? You don't allow anyone to play with you when it comes down to these things, okay? And you're very, very clear about who you are as a woman when it comes down to these things, okay? When I say that you are time, that means the Most High took great time in creating you. Like, there is a multitude of massive, like, enormous, like, special, unique energies that reside within your very being, right? So when it talks about in Proverbs 4:23 that you should guard your heart above everything else, that's what it's speaking about. When you don't protect your energy, you're not protecting your heart. And when you're not protecting your heart, you're not safe. Okay? A lot of times women lack boundaries. They have such big hearts that, everyone just uses them. It's really because you are a mismanager of your energy. And we only mismanage things that we don't understand the power of. When you don't understand the power of the energy you bring, you waste it on people who don't value it. You waste it on people who devalue it or drain it. Okay? So it's very important for you to understand your energy, because when you understand your energy, you can protect yourself. You can set the type of boundaries that are necessary to be able to keep you full. If you're not keeping yourself full, you're not serving anyone else, you're a liar. And I'm here to tell you, I'm sorry, I don't want to hurt your feelings. I'm just going to tell you the truth. If you are not supporting and prioritizing yourself, you don't love anyone else, you lying. It says in scripture that you should love your neighbor as you love yourself. You don't love your children when you are not making sure that you are well for them. You'll die for them, but you won't live for them. It makes absolutely no sense. It's not true. It's not true that you value yourself when you allow someone else to dishonor you and disrespect you. You don't value your energy. See, one thing when it comes down to me and my energy, baby, I know that my energy is like life support. It's like almost breath. I breathe into people and they literally, like, that's happening. I know that about myself. So the moment I get wind or I feel like that type of rare, valuable, powerful, divine energy is not being valued, just like life support, baby, I will snatch the plug, never for it to return. Do you understand what I'm telling you? Because I understand the power of my energy. I understand how it moves through rooms without me even having to speak. I just have to enter them. And in some rooms, I don't even have to be there. My name can just be mentioned. And when you understand that you have that type of power within you, because you do, then you begin to operate differently. So understanding that you are time, such valuable time, a commodity that you can never get back, a currency that can never be returned to you. You are valuable energy, which should not be wasted. And then let's go ahead and get into attention. So people think that, they're seeing a lot of things that's happening. It's a lot of war happening. It ain't just the wars that's being publicized. It's a lot of them happening all over the world. Physical wars, a lot of things that are happening currently, right? What people don't understand is that all of these things have to take place. Of course, if you are a believer, you understand that. You see these things, X, Y, Z. But here's the thing I think that people are not paying attention to. You have to be very careful of the things that you focus on. See, when you understand that certain things are coming to pass and certain things are going to happen, you don't spend your time worrying about it, because like it says in scripture, how many hours does worry add to you? Does it add another hour to your life to worry? It doesn't. It actually takes away from your life. FYI, for those who just joining me, ever never seen me before, understand that everything I speak about is going to come from evidence. It's going to come from scripture, science, and psychology. So I'm not just going to tell you something that's going to pull off, okay? So let's go ahead and back up this scripture with science really quickly. It's a scientific fact that worry weakens your immune system. It's a scientific fact that weak immune systems are more susceptible to illnesses. It's a scientific fact that when you become so sick, it begins to, damper your mindset, which tends to impact your psychological state. See, let's go ahead and get into it. So worrying doesn't serve you. It only gives you these anxiety attacks, and it only makes you sick. And that's what happens when you focus your attention, which is one of your highest forms of currency in this society, on the things that they are saying that is happening, instead of paying attention to the things that you need to be doing to make sure you're thriving as these things happening. Because worrying about them is not going to make it stop. Nothing is getting cheaper. You either going to tap into your gifts and skills and elevate, or you're going to be a slave to the systems that plan to stomp you out. That's just the reality. So where are you going to focus your attention? When it speaks about guarding your gates in scripture, that's not a game, because the reason why it's important for you to guard your gates, because it's your belief that impacts the way that your body acts. Okay. So it's belief that impacts biology, and your biology influences the way that you behave. But if you focus your attention all on the wrong thing, all of your energy is going to go there. All your time is going to go there. And women come and ask me all the time, how do you support your clients in making this amount of money and being able to do X, Y, Z with their money? I help them shift their attention. You focused on the wrong thing. I can tell you right now, if you don't have a bag or you're struggling to get a bag, it's because you're focused on the wrong thing. You so busy focused at that 9 to 5 about how they treating you, instead of using it as a stepping stone to be a funder of what it is that you're trying to do. See, you too busy being mad at your boss and how they run business, instead of being strategic and paying attention to what's happening in that company to make sure that your company does not run the same. See, your mindset is not where it needs to be, which is why you can't stay focused. And because you can't stay focused, you can't get a bag with ease, which is literally your birthright. Because last time I checked, it said the Most High was not, you've never seen the Most Highs or the righteous begging for bread. It does say that the Most High is going to supply all of your needs according to his riches and glory. So what's wrong? What's the problem? What's the tea? Your attention is off. You're focused on the wrong thing. And that's the issue. Because you don't understand that your attention, and because society and the powers that be, because we're not dealing with humans, we're dealing with principalities and we're dealing with darkness. So the powers at be that are over this earth and plane, okay, they're banking on your attention, because your attention is going to put you in a position to be so fear-based and so exhausted with what's happening with the world that you will accept anything for me not to feel like this, anything for me to, go and do this, anything for me to escape from what's really happening. And the escapism that a lot of people are participating in, thank you, my love, that are participating in currently, is going to be a hard fall. Because this utopian society that people are thinking that they're about to experience, it's false. You're living in false realities. And because you're living in false realities, that's why all of your manifestations are so destructive. That's why nothing seems to be lining up for you as a woman. That's why you see all these women winning around you or winning in these places, and you're trying to figure out why. It's because you won't allow yourself to win, because you won't focus your attention on the right things, because you don't know that you are attention. Society knows, though. That's why they play on your top like they do with your attention. Last one. You are also money. Why are you out here slaving yourself for something that you already are? The company hired you to get its goal done. They know you're the money. You're literally the workhorse to get them what they want. You're the value in their mind, which is why they have a human resource department, because that you are a resource to them. And they need to manage you as a resource, which is why you come in and you sign those, company policies and all those things. They're putting you under contract. Okay, because you are the value. And because you don't realize you're the value, you work and slave yourself into oblivion. And then on top of that, you get mad when they don't promote you. You get mad when a company doesn't care about you. They don't care. They care about their numbers. They don't care about you. They're not here to care about you. They're here to get their goal done. You chose to participate in their process. You can easily exit that matrix too, and you can use them to get ahead if you know what to do. Spoken by a real one who did it. You think, let me tell y'all something. I'm like Denzel. I'm going to leave with something. Do you understand what I'm telling you? I gave CPS department at the state Child Protective Services 5 years of my time. Baby, they didn't care nothing about me, okay? The whole experience made me extremely sick, okay? All of these things made me sick. So if you think that when I left that corporation, I wasn't getting all my PTO, if you think when I left that corporation, I wasn't getting all my sick leave and maxing it out, if you think that I was not leaving until I could get all of what was in my 401k so we can start the journey of me creating the business that I have now, that you crazy. Because I'm leaving here with something. I'm leaving here with something, because you got your just due from me. And see, when you understand that they using you, you just use them right on back, baby. Because they don't care about you. And you want them to care so bad about you, and they don't. You have to know that you're the value. Money in the United States, the US dollar, has no gold backing. It is no standard. It is literally a piece of paper. You can Google it. If you don't believe me, Google it. Money is 75% cotton, 25% linen. So when you begin to slave yourself over something, it's giving plantation, because it's cotton. You may as well put a cotton shirt on your head when you're stressing about money, because there it is right there. The same equivalent of the money that you're stressing yourself out about. The same value is in that cotton shirt you got in the closet. The true value is within you. When you understand that and you live according to Proverbs 8 and 12 that says, you have creative and witty inventions in your very being. You understand that you can never be broke, because broke is a mindset due to a broken view of how you see yourself. Broke is a mindset. People say all the time, oh, I'd rather be alone. I'd rather be this than not be alone. Baby, I'd rather not be broke, because if you see me broke, that means I lost my mind. If you see me talking about I'm broke, I've lost my mind, and you need to commit me immediately, because that means that I have lost My whole understanding of my birthright, which says that I have abundance. According to John 10:10, it says the enemy has come to steal, kill, and destroy. What the enemy actually steals, though, if you didn't know and put you on game, steals your joy, kills your confidence, which breaks the spirit, which destroys you. So let's get into that aspect. So all I'm gonna ask you is, how many times out of a day you allow your joy to be stolen? Okay? Let's go to the other end of that. The other end of that is simply the Messiah has come to give you life and give you life abundantly. Abundance means plentifulness, means that you always have. So you not having doesn't make sense. You not having says that you're not in alignment. You not having says that you're not tapped in. You may know text. See, a lot of us grew up in church, baby. We was in Sunday school, Bible study, vacation Bible school, church for 3 hours, and all we know is text. We've never really tapped in, which is why the manifestations in our life continue to be destructive, because we're not truly that. We just like, it looks good on paper. It's text. It's not being tapped in. So the start of this is understanding your innate value and stop waiting for other people to understand it or validate it. You need to get very grounded in the frequency that I am high level currency. And if somebody comes to question that, who cares? Because what you know is that your time, your energy, your attention, and your money, and you only invest these things in spaces that they're going to be valued, or you're going to get a great return on your investment. Because otherwise, why would you do it? Why would you do it? We don't go out with men we don't like for a free meal, baby. That's bum behavior. That's bum behavior. It's bum behavior. I wouldn't dare waste my time like that. I wouldn't dare waste someone else's time like that. All praises to the Most High. I can't wait, love. So I wouldn't waste anyone else's time like that. Time is not something to be wasted. I wouldn't give my energy to circumstances and situations that are going to drain me. It doesn't make sense. If you love yourself. So put in the comments for me, I am high level currency, because I need you to know. If nobody has ever told you, I need you to know that you are high level currency. I need you to know how valuable you are. I need you to know that innately you have these things and you don't have to perform. Women have gotten so used to performing. Now y'all doing performative femininity. Jesus. Take me out the group chat. And I'm a feminine lifestyle strategist. I don't teach you how to be feminine like me. I teach you to align with your authentic feminine design, because you do understand that you're beautifully and uniquely and wonderfully made, huh? That's your ministry. That's your vibration. The uniqueness within me is not going to be the uniqueness within you. And that's okay. But your uniqueness and you owning that is going to help you seek and get more fulfillment in this life than trying to pretend to be me, baby, or pretend to be somebody else, or perform. See, these performative femininity tricks only last for a little bit because they're not, the underlying is not been taken care of. That's why you're not manifesting healthy relationships. You're constantly manifesting toxic connections, because that's the cycle that you're in. That's the reality. But that's a reality that you've created by living in a false illusion that we need to shatter today. Okay? So like I said, I'm going to get into this part 1. Understand that you're a high level currency. Understand that your belief impacts your biology, and your biology influences the way that you behave. That's a fact on fact on fact. If you believe you can't do something, the body won't do it, and the behavior will reveal things like procrastination and lack of results. And what happens after you spend so much time in the space of procrastination and lack of results? You start getting depressed because you start seeing people rise you. Next thing you know, you're riding a wave of being on a low vibrational state. And when you're in a low vibrational state, such as jealousy, anger, depression, desire with no action, when you're sitting in those space, all you can do is destruct. You cannot create from a low vibrational space. I don't care what they tell you. Until you transmute that pain upward into a higher level vibration where you can actually create, you're going to be sitting right there with the rest of them complaining, being mediocre, wondering when your time is coming and wondering why it's not happening, when it's not going to happen. Because you're living in a false reality. So understand that your belief impacts your biology, and your biology influences your behavior. Tell people all the time, before I became a 6-figure business owner, because I literally have become a 6-figure business owner based on my creative talents. I wouldn't call myself a boss. I wouldn't call myself a hustler, because I didn't hustle to get this. I was obedient. And I rode the rhythm in the natural wave of what worked for me. And that is literally what sets the tone and what sets you apart. Okay? So you have to understand that about yourself. Belief impacts biology, and biology influences the way you behave. The next thing you need to understand is that there's a three-part success strategy system that a lot of people drop the ball at. And this is why you're going to continue to keep seeing these celebrities and other people who are scamming be exposed. I can almost guarantee you, in every situation, they either have violated one or more of the laws that I'm going to break down, one or more of these strategies that I'm going to break down for you real quick. The first part is obedience to spiritual law. When you don't know spiritual law, you operate based on your own accord, and therefore you're not really secure in what you believe. Spirituality is what grounds you. It gives you a governing tool. If you don't have a governing tool, that means you're winging it, you're spending your life YOLOing it, and that's why you keep getting the results that you're getting. And that's why, just because you don't understand spiritual law does not mean it's not active. One spiritual law that people utilize to ruin their lives or either elevate their lives is the law of sowing and reaping, or the law of cause and effect, as some people like to call it. The law of sowing and reaping basically tells you in scripture, God is not mocked, for whatever man sows, you're going to reap. What people don't understand about that is if you lie to yourself, expect other people to lie to you. You're a liar. You lie to you. Oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to step out there and I'm going to do that. Why are you mad at them for lying to you when you lie to yourself? This is the example that you set for yourself. So, of course, this would reflect you. Because so a man thinking in his heart, so is he. And the depths of your heart is located in your subconscious mind. So what you really believe about yourself, the self-concept of who you are, how you were raised, what they said to you growing up. If you have not reprogrammed that, you're still running off that programming. And that's why you keep attracting the people that you're attracting, because your heart is a magnet, baby. Your thoughts are electricity. They create. Your heart is the keeper that sends out the vibrational state that pulls people in. What you entertain confirms the story of your subconscious mind. So don't tell me you love yourself when you stay with someone who constantly mistreats you. You don't. Don't tell me you know your worth, and don't even argue with them talking about, I know my worth. I'm not going to be treated like this, when you continue to treat yourself like that. You are not in violation of, you are not in obedience to spiritual law. You are violating it. You're using it to harm yourself. And that's why you keep creating these cycles. You don't know law. And let me tell you something, queens. See, a lot of women want to be married. And as a woman who has been married before, let me put you on game. Law creates order. Law is masculine. If you don't like law, baby, you don't need to try to get married. Because marriage requires order. And the masculine brings the order. Why do you think you hear people say things like Father Time, keeping order, and Mother Earth? Okay? Why do you think you hear things like this? It is your position to be grounded, to be flourishing, to be doing that. And all that process of doing that can be very chaotic for a woman. Our emotions can be extremely chaotic. That's why we need the law, which creates order. But if you don't know law, you can't obey law. And if you can't obey law, you find yourself in a lot of disarray, a lot of disorder, okay? So obedience to spiritual law is number one. Number two is understanding the science of yourself, as well as understanding the science of everything else around you. You can't disrespect a thing and then need a thing. A lot of women I hear disrespect the masculine but crave the masculine. See, this is the thing. You're not going to play this game with me like you don't internally crave masculine support, crave masculine provision, crave masculine protection. But you can't disrespect a thing and desire a thing at the same time. And when I say by that, what I mean by that is that when you disrespect yourself by not understanding the science of your womanhood, along with the aesthetics, yeah, we get cute. Faces beat, body BT, all of this stuff is going on. But the reality is you don't understand the science of your body. You don't understand the science of your cycle and how it impacts your emotions and how you can regulate them. You think you're moody when your cycle comes. You think you PMSing. None of those things are normal. Let me help y'all out. None of those things are normal. The truth of the matter is none of those things are even real. What's really happening is that you have 4 phases in your menstrual cycle. 4. Follicular, ovulation, menstrual, and luteal. 4 phases in your cycle. You literally become 4 different women every month. And because you are not connected to that dynamicism within yourself, because you don't understand the science of yourself, you don't understand that there are periods that you must rest so that it sets the tone for the rest of the cycle for that month, because you don't understand that you are at war with yourself. And because you are at war with yourself, you can't help but to be at war with your counterpart. with the masculine. You don't understand your own divineness. You think you understand the divineness of the masculine? No. Understand the science of yourself and understanding the science of everything else around you. You came from the earth. You have water. The water makes up the majority of our body. The fire that runs of the warmth of your blood and the air that comes from you is literally breath. So if you don't think you're connected to the elements, if you don't think you're connected to men, if you don't think you're this understanding this dynamic is important so that you can rear children, because we raise cattle, baby. We don't raise children. We raise cattle. We rear children, meaning we place them on the path that they should go. Now, understanding that they can jump off at any time, but the starting point of rearing starts with understanding self, understanding the dynamics of the masculine so that you can come together and actually co-create together. So when you bring children into the space, we don't just get caught up in the aesthetics of babies, because babies are only going to be babies for what, 12 months? Then you have a toddler. Then it grows and you got a child. It's like, oh, then you get in that age where they get preteen. And then you get that 14 to 17 when you want to bop on them because they think they grown, but they still need you. So they battling with their hormones. See, all of that. When you have an understanding of the aesthetics and the science of yourself, it's very easy for you to understand the aesthetics and the science of the masculine. It's very easy for you to digest and dissect and rear children that come into a union like that. But when you don't understand your own chemical energy and you mix your chemical energy with someone else's chemical energy and you have an explosion of a love life, which is literally chemistry, putting the wrong chemicals together. And now just imagine we have a child in the mix of that explosion. So when I tell you, it's very important for you to understand the science of yourself and understand the science of everything else around you, because it's really not a joke or a game. It impacts the way you're going to live. The third part of the success strategy system is knowing your personal psychology so that you do not repeat the same steps as the people that came before you. Let me help y'all out, queens. Femininity and unforgiveness can't reside in the same vessel at all. Feminine women are very free. They're very free women. They've forgiven the women that came before them that may have contributed to the traumatic experiences that they have had to experience as a child. Not because they feel like, oh, you're deserving of this forgiveness, but I need to be able to do that to be free. And I need to be able to do that so that I can truly assess what happened in your life and what happens in the cycles of my family, so I can make sure I don't do that again, that I don't participate or I don't create or push these cycles forward. Because if you don't close the gap, it's just going to spread wider. Spread wider. You have to know your personal psychology so that you can repeat it. So that you don't repeat it. Because as much as you may not like the people that came before you and what they did, let me tell you something, baby. You are an orange that came from an orange tree. Now, I know you think you know everything because you got your degrees and all. I know you think that you know everything because you done went to therapy 12 times and your folks didn't go. I know you think everything because it seems like your life seems to be up because you're the one that made money. But let me tell you something, baby. It's a hard fall when you don't deal with the reality of yourself. And I'm telling you, ain't enough degrees, ain't enough money, because, baby, those same women who would not know their personal psychology, would not do that work, are the same women that come to work with me having thousands on top of thousands on top of thousands sitting in the bank account, crying on Zoom with me about how they cannot have healthy relationships with the masculine enough to even have friends that will protect them. You ain't even got nobody on your phone you can call if your tire go flat. That's a problem as a woman in 2024. That's a problem that you don't have a tribe of men around you. And it don't have to be family. Because I'm going to tell you something. All of my family, I don't have a whole lot of it's just the men who protect me are the community that I have built around me. From my father, from my brother, from my friends that are men. These men protect me with their life. And my friends who are out, and none of them trying to screw me either. They all just want to see me win. Because I'm vulnerable enough and I'm honest enough and I see them enough to be able to ask for whatever it is that I need. And if I need protection, I'm going to ask for it. I'm going to make it very clear that your positioning in my life, if you're not here to be a protector, there's no point of you being here. Because all of the men in my community provide something for me. Even the men on my dating roster. You not here just because. It would not make sense for you just to be here. Okay? So you have to understand that about yourself. Stop judging what happened before you and see how you can learn the lesson so you can build up around you what you did not have and what you know you need as a woman. So again, that is the 3-part success strategy system that I live by and I also support my clients in. Number 1, obedience to spiritual law. Number 2, understanding the science of yourself, as well as understanding the science of everything else around you. And then the third thing is knowing your personal psychology so you don't have to repeat it. Okay? Now I done gave y'all a bunch of gifts and gems. You understand your true value and your true nature as a woman. I've given you a success strategy for you understanding how this works. And I've told you that your belief is everything. Now I'm going to tell you why these manifestations and why none of them are coming true for you. Or at least the ones you want. Thank you, my love, for these gifts and for the love. And if this resonates with you, feel free to tap the screen, all that great stuff. And if you want to know more about my services and my products, go to my Instagram, click the link in the bio, and then you'll see what all is going on in that space. Okay? So let's go ahead and get into the first part of this. Like I said, I'm doing part 2 tonight. If you're not on my email list, baby, you ain't finna know what time I'm going live tonight. I'm just going to go on and tell you. Because I really don't know right now. It might be 6. It might be 7. I don't know. I'm really going to be led by the Most High on what time I'm going to start with that. But I knew I was doing part 1 today and part 2 today. For sure. And I know it ain't finna be no replay. So the people who missed it, they're going to have to pay for it. Okay? All right. Resonates. Almost bringing me to tears because I'm not understanding. It's more. Yes, my love. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So we're talking about all praises to the Most High. We're talking about living in false realities and creating these destructive manifestations. This derived from the last straw. Was, I don't know if my email is still in my. No, my email is not in my IG. I think my email may actually be in this TikTok, my TikTok bio. But the last straw that made me say it changed everything that I was going to do about going live this week was the conversation that I had yesterday, because I've been having a bunch of conversations with women about manifesting and the life that they want, and a lot of them have asking me like, how did you do this? How do you build a 6-figure business? How are you being able to be a digital nomad traveling from anywhere? How are you dating like this? Like how is this working out for you, right? Because none of my manifestations are working out, and I'm just like, when I hear that, I know that there's a disconnect that's happening, because we naturally manifest. It literally tells you whatever a man sows, you're going to reap. That's manifestation. So don't allow people to try to tell you, oh, it's crazy or it's witchcraft. No, it's not. It's literally all throughout scripture. You literally are watching and reading stories of people who have manifested either beneficial things in their life or manifested not having no more life. Okay, so it's literally examples all throughout there of how this is happening and what this actually looks like. The problem that I'm seeing is that a lot of women are not manifesting the life they want because of these 4 things that I'm really going to tap into. Some of y'all gonna be mad. I don't really care though, because I would much rather tell you the truth than to sugar food feed you, spoon feed you a lie that is not going to serve you. I want women who desire to really win to win. I want women who are ready to take action and really do the work to win. Okay? And if that ain't you, this ain't the life for you. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. Because you can live any kind of way you want to live. You just scared. And when you stop being scared, you can make some different kind of decisions. Okay? So let's go ahead so you can stop being scared of these things. Because I promise you, people scared of them. So the first thing that I'm seeing of why people are creating these destructive manifestations, it's because they're living in a false reality. And in that false reality lacks accountability. Y'all, and I don't know no other way to say this. God help me with this one. Y'all done let these people play on y'all top when it come down to manifestation. Y'all have really let people on this app, on YouTube, on other apps, lie to you about what this is. One of the hugest parts of manifesting the life you want is being accountable. Hey, my love, it's being accountable. And I'm going to be real with you. A lot of women don't like being accountable. A lot of, and I'm not talking, we're not even going to talk about men, so please don't bring men into this space. Because men act up with you because you act up with you. And I want you to digest that for a second. Men act up with you because you act up with you. Because if you didn't act up with you, a man knows that he could never even play with you. And if he did, baby, he would get that axe because he know what time it is. Y'all don't let people know what time it is because you don't know what time it is yourself with you. To be accountable means that you have to give an account for what you've done. In order to give an account for what you've done, you have to be attentive to what you do. That means you can't be living in a false reality or too high out of your mind to where you can't understand what's really going on. In order for you to be attentive, that means that you have to be aware. And a lot of women are not aware. They're not aware. You're not aware of what you want. You're not aware of who you are. You don't know what your hobbies are. You don't know who you are outside of what you do for work and what you do for other people. And that's your problem. Because you haven't been taking account for your own life. But you expect somebody else to show up for you and be accountable in your life. Y'all love to hold other people accountable, baby. Oh, y'all love it. You love to tell somebody about what they didn't do for you and how they got you messed up. That's what you love to do. But the reality of that is you're not being accountable for your own life. And that's why you ain't manifesting nothing. Let me tell you something, baby. The Most High said, he who is faithful with a little will receive a lot. Baby, you ain't faithful with the little you got. You're not stable in one way. You're unstable in one way and also unstable in a multitude of ways because of that, because there is no true stability. And there's no true stability happening in your life because you're not grounded in your spiritual beliefs. Because out of your beliefs comes security and insecurity. But you don't pay attention to that, so you don't secure yourself, which means you're not aware of yourself. And because you aren't aware of yourself, you can't be attentive to what yourself. And because you aren't attentive to yourself, there is no account for you on what happened. Therefore, there's no accountability, which is why you keep blaming them. He played me. She played me. She did this. He did that. Nobody can play you without your permission, your participation, or the fact that you simply weren't paying attention. I'm going to run that back again. Nobody can play you without your permission. What did you give permission to? With your belief or your behavior? Let's get into it. Your participation. What did you willingly go along with that you knew didn't feel right? Or the fact that you simply weren't paying attention. Were you so naive? And were you so drunk on how they look and so drunk on maybe these different things about them that you romanticized something that was not even real? But on team. So, did they really play you? Or did you play yourself? And I understand what it's like to play yourself because we play ourselves and we disconnected from our intuition, meaning that we don't trust ourselves. We don't trust our own voice. And you don't trust your own voice based on the decisions that you've made previously. And truthfully, because you're not connected to yourself, you should not trust your decision making. You cannot trust your decision making. And until you can, you need to have a seat. Because if you can't hop or be into or dating or do this without blaming somebody else for what they did when you decided to participate in the experience, that's wild. All praise to the Most High. Everything is divine and in order. Always. The Most High always knows what we need. And I'm telling y'all, this was not what I was going to be talking about this week. It was not. But the Most High was like, yeah, no. Wrap it up. I promise you, it was almost like, hey, wrap this up. Because I'm tired and they ain't got as much time as they think. So tell them they need to wrap this up and tell them how to wrap it up. Because I'm sick of you crying about this when you can shift this. This is on you. This is on you. This is your journey. So number one, accountability. Lack of accountability. That's why it ain't happening. You're not aware. And it's okay if you don't understand and you don't know how to get connected and how to get aware. I have products and services that can support you in getting back connected and becoming aware. I have a masterclass that's happening on the 31st. I'm doing it on the anniversary of my best friend who passed away, her birthday. And it literally is going to be supporting women in making 2024 the year they need to. Because I'm going to tell you something. There's a portal in 2024 that's opening, but it's closing. It's going to be closed at the end of this year. It's going to be closed. And if you've been following me since 2022, 2023, y'all know I've been telling y'all stuff that the Most High has been revealing to me and allowing me to get access to. And this stuff been happening like this. Let me tell you something. I'm not new to it. I'm true to it. I'm not new to it. I'm true to it. I told y'all about the banks. Boom. They ain't finished though. Buckle up and hold on tight. Because you're really going to see some things this year. But if you're focused, you really can shift your whole life this year and put your generation ahead by doing what you need to do this year. Because by December 2024, it's going to be a wrap. It's going to be a wrap. And I'm telling you, some of us feel it in their bones. You don't really know what's coming, but you know something is coming, baby. See, one thing about me is that one of my gifts is that I have a knowing, like a claircognizance, right? I don't necessarily see exactly what is happening, but I feel it. Like I can feel the imbalance of the earth. I can feel that. And I also have a gift of seeing patterns. So though I may not have extreme sight on exactly what's happening, I get the snippets of this and I'm able to see the patterns and put it together. And I'm telling y'all, this ain't the time to not be accountable if you want to manifest the life you want, because you ain't. You ain't. You ain't. If you're not ready to be aware of yourself and your own power and you scared of your own shadow, baby, I don't even want to tell you if you're scared, go to church, because fear is not of the Most High. That ain't the spirit of the Most High. So I don't even want to tell you if you're scared, go to church, baby. If you're scared, deal with the source of your fear, because it ain't of the Most High. Okay? Number 2. This is a big one. Because it's really crazy to me how these folks be moving, how they telling y'all this crap and they ain't really telling y'all the truth. Okay? And this is coming from somebody who has manifested, like I said, I've been able to manifest 90 pounds off me, to create a 6-figure business, to live a life that I absolutely love in the midst of crazy stuff that's going on. Baby, I told you I just came back from Jamaica on my first digital nomad assignment. I'm finna head out and go to Dallas in a minute. Like, it's just, I know what's happening, but I'm staying and doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay? So here's the second thing that's really causing a lot of destructive manifestations in people's lives is the lack of understanding of the law of duality. Y'all, please stop letting these good vibe folks, all you have to do is think positive. All you have to do is write this down positive way. All you have to do is be in this mind. All you have to do is think positive and everything is going to balance. They got y'all so confused. They lying. They lie so hard to y'all. Because let me tell you something. There is this beautiful thing called the law of duality. You can't have evil without good. You can't have light without dark. You can't have good without bad. You can't have that. You can't have right without wrong. You can't have rejection without acceptance. You can't have it. There's the law of duality. Let me tell you something. Let me support you with this real quick so you can wake up from this false reality, which is why when your manifestations are not coming because all of your mindset being all positive all of the time, let me tell you why it's not working. Because you don't understand that, guess what? There are things that are going to happen in this life. You got an assigned amount of pain. Everybody on this earth has an assigned amount of pain. Now, you get to decide how you choose your life, if you want to add on to that pain, if you want to create pain for your own self, but you have your own set of pain. Baby, lose a parent. Lose a parent and then try to tell somebody you need to keep your mindset high. Lose somebody that's extremely close to you that crushes your soul, and have somebody come to tell you that you need to keep your mindset in a positive mindset. Try that on for size. The reality is that you, me, all of us have an assigned amount of pain in this life that's happening, that's going to come. But let me tell you something about that. When those situations happen, you lose somebody close to you, or those things happen, and you get knocked down from your high vibrational state where you normally manifest and you create. You don't sit there. That's the difference. You don't sit in that low vibrational space. It's about you understanding how to transmute that energy, take that pain and elevate it up to create something great, greater than yourself. That's going to not only support you in the process of healing, but you can turn back and give that gift to somebody else because it was not just for you. So that lack of not understanding duality puts people in a state of depression because people out here thinking if I just think positive, everything in my life is going to go well. Nothing should bother me. Baby, you don't want to do stuff because it don't feel good to you. So you're cutting off connections because somebody told you the truth and the truth don't feel good. The truth is serum. Not all medicine got that nasty cherry coating on it to where it's easier for it to go down. Some of the truth is straight and narrow and it's crushing. Reality. You gonna have love and you gonna have pain. You gonna have these things. It's about how you manage yourself when your vibration decreases, when things come to knock you down. It's about that. It's about your spirit of resilience. Y'all let people play y'all so much when it comes down to womanhood that they tell you, I don't want to be a strong woman. Do you not understand that strength, you need strength to survive in this life? No, it ain't your job to carry a man's load. Change your terminology. Change your vernacular, change your vocabulary, change your words, because there's power of life and death in tongue. But stop saying, I don't want to be strong, I don't want to have strength, because you are playing yourself, and that's why you feel like you want to die every time anything happens. You can't take it. You don't know how to thrive. You don't know how to transmute. You don't know how to take energy and alchemize it, pain, and turn it into something that is joyous, that is beautiful, that can push you to the next level. You don't know how to do that, so you sit in it. And that's what happens when people don't understand the law of duality. You sit in this state and you get mad at God because nothing is happening for you. Nobody told you that to keep an entire, nobody told you that that was real. You let people tell you that. You let people tell you that. Exactly. You are exactly what you just said. Feel those feel them. Feel them, because in order to deal with it, you got to feel it. And that's your problem. Y'all want to escape. See, y'all want to escape and call it detachment. Y'all ain't detached. You don't even understand the law of detachment. The law of detachment is simply do not be conformed of this world, but be transformed by the daily renewing of your mind. That is detachment. Detachment is understanding that you own nothing, not even yourself. You know nothing. It gets rid of your ego when you understand that. But because you don't understand that, you think somebody owe you something. Nobody owe you nothing. Did nobody tell you to give your last? I gave you my last and I feel played. Who told you to give your last? Because that's breaking the violation of being a cheerful giver. I know I can't be a cheerful giver if I'm giving you my last, so I won't give you my last. It don't make sense. It don't make sense. You were giving your last because you were trying to prove that you're a good person. Baby, please. Cut it. Snip it off. You are playing yourself. Your manifestations are not happening because you don't understand the law of duality. Your manifestations are not happening because you are not being accountable. And this is why, this literally is why you keep creating these destructive patterns in your life. Destructive manifestations. Every relationship ends up in flames. Why, baby? You the common denominator. Let's deal with you. Let's deal with you and your choices. Let's deal with you and your belief concept around yourself. Because when you believe you're valuable, you only put your hands in people who understand your value. Because, baby, last time I checked, when you go to the jewelry store, they got the real jewels in the back. The ones that got the real value, they in the back. Just in case the robbers want to come steal the ones on display, that's cool. But the real gems, the real bag is in the back under lock and key, extra lock and key, because they understand the value of those jewels. Do you understand the value of the jewels that are within you? Then why you keep allowing people to play with you and calling it love? I'm just saying. Told y'all was gonna be mad at me. Some people gonna leave, baby. I don't care. You want to manifest the life you want or not, or you want to keep talking to your friends about it, because 97% of people, all they do is talk about what they want to do. I don't hang with those type of women. I don't work with those type of women. I don't associate with those type of women. I was raised very results driven. So if it's not a solution, it's given too much like you just want to stay there, and I don't stay in the same space. Make a decision to understand law. Okay? Let's go ahead and get into number 3. Another reason why these destructive manifestations are making their way into your life, it's because you're living in, these false realities. And one of the false realities is you're living in is that you're trying to do it on your own. You lack guidance. Exactly. They say it all the time. You lack guidance. You trying to do everything on your own. You trying to do everything on your own because that's the hustle mentality. So this is what happens when women start a business. They go from like working a 9 to 5, and then they want to do everything in their business. Okay, you the phone person, you the email person, you this, you that, you that. Now you got resources to be able to hire other people, but you don't trust anybody else with your vision because you really don't trust yourself. It ain't that you don't trust them. And stop lying saying you don't trust people, that people's shady, and you don't trust yourself. You don't trust your decision making to choose the right people. Tell the truth. Because it ain't that you don't trust people, baby. You don't trust yourself. And I mean, if I was disconnected from myself, I wouldn't trust me either. So you're not wrong. The underline is that you need to get reconnected with yourself, and you're going to need a guide, because if you knew how to do it, you would have done it already. If you know what to do already, it would already be done. It would be done. So when women get on calls with me and they're like, oh, yes, and I start telling them things that, these things, and oh, yes, I've done this. Well, baby, if you know everything with your degrees and everything, why are you over here? Because I'm telling you, I'm degreed up too. Went all the way up to PhD and quit that program because I was in my ego about it. So you're not talking to somebody who knew the school, and I'm very true to school. I'm a professional student. I'm a forever student, to be honest. But none of those degrees gave me fulfillment. What those degrees got me was a job paying me $30,000 when I was dealing with the stress of everyone else and what they had going on, dealing with families and child abuse and heavy, all these things, and my mental health not even being together. Hey, my love, make it make sense. You're not going to be able to do this on your own. And for me, I have done this work for the last 7 years, right? To be able to, one, become who I am right now, and to be able to guide the women on the journey with me. Because here's the reality. All of the women who are attached to my obedience, to my calling, is going to win. Now, what those wins are going to look like are going to be different for everyone. Some women, it resulted in them going from 0 to 15,000 in less than 30 days. Yes, do I have a mentor? Yes. This could look like women desiring that they are wanting to be in partnerships that are married, right? Or become married. Like, whatever it is that you're truly desiring and what you want is really onto you. It's on you. It's on you. Okay? And then, Halima, I've had several mentors. So I definitely could not do this journey on my own. Of course, first starters, the Most High is my mentor, and I've had several mentors to support me on this journey. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You're going to need a guide. If what I'm saying with you resonates and you feel that you're being led to call to work with me, then get ready. Get ready. Because it's going to be a beautiful journey, but it's going to be a journey of you doing the work. And I think one of the most beautiful things that I get to see from my clients and women who have graduated from working with me from years ago, these women are still doing absolutely amazing. These women are still using the same tools and different things that I've given them years ago now. So the more I work on myself, the more I evolve, the more I grow, the better I'm going to become to the women who are attached to my obedience. Because notice I said, not the women's attached to me. Because, baby, you don't need to be attached to me. I ain't nobody. You need to be, girl, anybody who attached to me wins. Girl, that ain't me. This ain't that. Thank you, my love, for these gifts. This is not that. Anyone who is attached to my obedience wins. Because if I'm not in obedience, baby, you don't need to be attached to me. Let's start right there. If I ain't in obedience, you don't need to be attached to me, baby. You need to run. And that's real. And that's from anybody. So I'm just telling you, there's one, thank you, my love, for these gifts. There has to be a guide. There has to be someone that you're willing to trust and journey with. And I understand with the way things are, it's very difficult to be able to believe people if they're being genuine or if they are, just trying to get your money or whatever the case may be. Baby, I tell people all the time, the Most High is my boss, not you. The Most High makes sure my bills get paid, not none of y'all. Now, if that ends up coming by way of clients and consumers and stuff like that, I'm all for it. Now, that's been my journey with me being obedient. But I'm not out here looking for bad. Because one thing for sure, two things for certain, baby. I ain't finna get caught up and play with the Most High because I'm scared of the Most High. See, a lot of people that play on this app and play on y'all top, they don't know law. Law states that if you obtain wealth in an evil way that you're not going to be able to keep it. Why I want to start a business and can't keep it? Why I want to start a business and try to scam y'all and take everything just for me to have to go back to somebody 9 to 5? Baby, it's not tea for me, okay? I love what I do. So I want to operate in the fullness and the integrity because I understand the Most High ain't finna, punishment from the Most High hit different from other people. I don't really care. It ain't about being sued, baby. I don't even want to deal with them kind of repercussions, okay? So, that's the first thing that you have to understand. I don't really care about that. And I don't care about money because I understand that I'm money. So, wherever I go, I'm the value. So, it's not about those things for me. It's about getting women to where it is that they really want to go. Putting them on the path that gets them the result that they're actually looking for. Okay? So it's so important and so vital. I spoke about that a little bit earlier. I had a 3-part success strategy system. It's obedience to spiritual law. I live by scripture. I don't know how everybody else live. I ain't mad at it. That's what works for me. Scripture is in the base. Scripture, science, and psychology is in the basis of all of my products and services because scripture is the thing that saved my life. So me losing 90 pounds, God taught me. Like, not even being funny. My business model, God taught me to align with my feminine design and show other women how to do it. Not even being funny. Like, how I've been able to be a digital nomad, scripture, not even being funny. Yes, I even have a course where I break that down. There's a cheat code in the 10 Commandments that people don't see. I told you one of the gifts that I have is seeing in patterns. And I talked about that. I believe that's in the Feminine Law and Order Masterclass, which is in the FEMA bundle that you can get with Affirm Client and Afterpay. Where I break down how you should be using law to be able to receive or become an energetic match to receive what it is that you really want. A lot of women say that they desire certain things, but you desire these things because you saw them on TV. You desire these things because you saw them on social media. You don't really even know the real desires of your heart. So when you understand spiritual law and you understand how this works, then you know how to build the life you want. So you can either use the law to destroy your life, or you can use it to elevate your life. So that's what that looks like for me. So again, you're going to need a guide. You're going to need guidance. And when you are assessing for guidance, you really want to get with people who, A, align with your values, B, that can get you the solution that you actually are looking for. Okay? So if they're not living the life you want to live, or they're not doing these things, and you don't really have evidence that they're doing these things, then pause until you get that. And then most importantly, you need to be asking the Most High. Baby, I ask the Most High about everybody. Girl, if a man want to talk to me, oh, I think you're so cute, I'm going to take you out. God, go ahead and prepare me. I'm immediately. Most High, go ahead and reveal to me and let me know if there's anything I need to see. Allow me to be so attentive that I don't miss anything. Allow me not to be so enamored by whatever is happening here that I lose sight in being able to see what it is that I really value and what I want out of this life. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I love you. And I ask all these things in the name of the Messiah. Put on ting, and that's it. Okay? So I'm asking about everybody. So I ain't never scared. I'm going to ask about everyone. So ask the questions. One thing it says in scripture that the Most High will give you wisdom, baby. Most High will give you wisdom. It tells you that in James, if you go and ask with a sincere heart and you being for real and genuine, Most High gonna give you an answer. The problem is we don't really be want to take action after we get the answer, and that's what we be being fake. We slap God in the face all the time because we play too much. We play too much. We think we know better, and then we end up crying back and crawling back. Start asking questions. Get the guidance that you are looking for. You're not going to be able to do this journey on your own. Okay? And like I said, I got several blueprints that can support you, because I've been doing this work with myself for 7 years, and I've been, let me break down my background for some who may need this, right? So some people ask about school. I have a psychology bachelor's. I have a master's in social work with a concentration in community services. I have some PhD work that I did as well, but I quit my PhD because I was in my ego, because I just wanted to be called doctor so bad, because it was coming from a place of me being angry with people saying that I couldn't be a doctor. And anger tends to motivate me to go elevate to the next level, right? But I was in a very broken place when I was trying to do that. So those are those things. And then on top of that, I've been doing my own personal work after for about 7 years, after my life kind of crashed, after my best friend died, and all of the plans that I thought that we were going to do together just literally went down in smoke when she passed away. And I literally had to rebuild my life. In the midst of me rebuilding my life, I ended up getting divorced. I quit my job. It was just a whole lot that just really, really went on. And all of those things have really fueled me and have really taught me and has really grown me. And so in that time frame too, from 2008 to 2018, I coached girls from teenagers into women. And a lot of those women now are doing exactly, they're just doing exceptionally well, and they are my mentees. They are my babies. I don't have any physical children. They are absolutely my children. And so I did that for 10 years. And after I did that work for 10 years, around 2021, I got serious about my business, and I built a 6-figure business where I support women in creating the life they wanted. But first, I had to start creating the life that I wanted. Thank you. I received that. Hey, my love. So when I tell you I'm not new to this, I'm true to this. And I support women in really being able to turn their pain into, and alchemizing it into living the best life that they know how to live. Like I said, I'm very fulfilled and I'm very happy in my life. I have a great dating life. I have a great business that supports my femininity, so I'm not waiting on somebody to come rescue me. And I just love the way I feel. So, and all that came from me seeking first, number one, like it says in Matthew 6:33, seeking first the kingdom of heaven and its righteousness, and everything else being added unto me. So I sought the Most High in all aspects, from wisdom, in all aspects, in people and guides, in all aspects, and all of these things. And that has really supported my life, being able to shift to the next level. So all of this, a lot of this stuff took place after me turning like 33 and 35. So when they're telling you that you can't do these things, I'm sitting before you as a 40-year-old woman who's doing it. And I'm having an amazing time doing it and showing other women how to do this as well. Okay? So you're going to need a guide. Number 4. Okay? Thank you, my love. Number 4. One of the major reasons why, again, women are literally experiencing destructive manifestations in their lives continuously, because they're living in these false realities, because they lack truth. Okay? And when I say lack truth, I mean really lack truth. Excuse me. And when we're lacking truth at the baseline. And when I say lacking truth at the baseline, that means that you don't really know the truth about yourself. You don't really understand how you operate. You don't really understand how valuable you are. And because of that, it has led you to live a life that is beneath you, that you are settling for, and that creates so much stress. And it is literally shaving years off of your life, because it impacts the quality in the way you're living currently. Okay? You've got to uproot that programming that says that you're not this, you can't do this, you can't do this, da 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 da. And you have to replace it with truth. Now, I have a product that can support you with that. If you've ever, my top seller is the Divine Alignment Bundle, baby. It's $222. You can get it with Klarna, Affirm, and Afterpay. That is the top seller, because that helps you understand and remember who you are. It helps you break the generational curses about what people said that you were supposed to be. It has supported women, and the women have taken it along with their therapists, and they start working with their therapists because they felt like they were getting more in that from working with me. There are women who have healed addictions by going through that bundle. There are women who have attracted better by going through that bundle. There are women who have started to create the life they want by going through that bundle. And there are women who've been able to create income from getting that bundle. It supports you in getting to the truth of you. The truth about you is you're not the things that have been told to you. You are the things that the Creator says about you. And you have a choice to make whether or not you're going to accept that or you're going to reject that reality. And when you reject that reality, you reject abundance. When you reject that reality, you reject peace. When you reject that reality, you reject so many things that can really help you get to the next level. And I just don't want that for us anymore. You have got to get down to the truth about how you see yourself. Because I'm going to tell you something that, and I said this in one of my courses that I have called Relationships and Revenue, a Love Story, that teaches you and talks about how your perception of self impacts how you make money. Okay. One of the key things that's in that course is your perception plus your perspective creates your patterns, and that is how you create the relationship you have with yourself. I'm going to say that again. Your perception of self, your perspective of self creates your patterns with yourself, and those things lead to the relationship that you have with yourself. The reason why that is so important is because self-care is the key fundamental of every single relationship, because you set the tone of how people treat you by the way you treat yourself. And you should treat yourself exceptionally well. Because the truth of the matter is that you deserve that, but the problem is you don't believe that, which is why it's not activated in your life. That's why it's not activated in your life. That's why. You lack belief. And I told you from the beginning, belief impacts biology, and biology influences the way that you behave. So, I'm just trying to tell you, believing a lie is one of the most dangerous things you could do. And I tell this story all the time for people who get it really confused, what happened with Eve and what happened in the garden. Let me put you on game. You really should be reading the Dead Scrolls, and you really should be reading the Lost Books of Scripture, because let me put you on game. The curse of Eve is not so much the labor pains. Like, yes, we have the pains, but the real underlying curse is misaligned beliefs. Eve allowed someone that was not the Most High to use an animal of the Most High, which is the serpent, using the serpent's tongue. Because, put you on game with this, the serpent was the wisest animal in heaven. It had the ability to be able to speak. When you hear people say things, you're sly as a snake, that's because the snake is really, really a very, very wise animal. And I really want you to think about these things, the perception of how things have shifted. Okay? And if you don't believe me, look at the medical symbol. Ain't that a snake that goes like this? Just trying to put y'all on game. But hear me out. So, the enemy, or the op, like I like to call him, the op decided to use the serpent's tongue. He literally went to the serpent and asked the serpent, can I use your tongue? You're the wisest, da da da. And use that serpent's tongue to disguise himself as a messenger, as an angel. And you can read all of this in the Lost Books of Scripture, because in the Apocryphal. And because of that, he basically was spitting game to her and basically telling her, yeah, God basically is lying. Like, no, you're going to be more like him, da 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 da. She allowed someone who was not God to tell her that she wasn't already like God when she knew that she was, because she literally came from source. And because she allowed that belief that she was already not like what she was, she allowed that to drive her decision making to destroy her lineage. And she ruined her lineage. And she got them put out. All because she believed the lie. She believed that she was already not like the Most High, when in reality, she already was. And here's the thing that people don't realize about Eve when it comes down to this game with Eve. Eve had land in heaven. She had lots. She had a west lot. She had property on the west lot. She had property, I believe, on the south lot. And then she had property somewhere else where that was her territory. It wasn't Adam's. It was her own. And because she believed these things, she caused harm on her lineage. When you believe things that are not true, you curse yourself and those that come behind you, because you teach them these broken traditions. You teach them these broken mindsets. The reason why you feel like all men are trash and all men are like this, because your mama feel like that. That's what your mama said. Your mama said that. Your mama says you better go worry about this and make sure you have 50 million accounts and do all this. Your mama said that. The Lost Books and the Dead Sea Scrolls, you can get the Apocryphal. The Apocryphal, just you can type in Apocryphal on Google. Specifically, the book that I read with that was the No, the book of creation is the other one. There's a book of creation which will support you in understanding Genesis. It's a back like it kind of fills the holes in that, and then there is it's either called the book of Adam and Eve. Where my iPad is? I'm gonna just show y'all. It's either called the book of oh, my iPad dead. It's either called the book of Adam and Eve or the story of Adam and Eve, but they're in the apocryphal. The apocryphal are the books of the Bible that were not placed in the books of scripture that were not placed in the Bible, and I'm not gonna really get into why they didn't put it in there. But baby, go read for yourself about what them folks was doing, cause they did a lot, lying in the name of the Most High, and yeah, they took a lot of stuff out so you couldn't know who you were, how powerful you were. They took a lot of stuff out. So it's a little bit deeper than that. It's a little bit deeper than they don't like women. It's a lot deeper than that. So, cause they like women when they want to be able to utilize them, but it's a little bit more. So, but yeah, go check that out and read it for yourself. But like I said, the reason why you keep creating these destructive manifestations, baby, is because you living in a false reality. And in your false reality, you lack accountability. In your false reality, you lack understanding the law of duality. In your reality, you lack guidance, or you listen to the wrong people. And in your reality, you lack truth. And this is why when you get so-called things that you try to manifest, nothing's working, because you can't manifest things, baby. You don't manifest things. You manifest who you really are with these things, okay? Before I became a six-figure business owner, I had the mindset of that, right? And because I had the mindset of that, and that's who I am and all of that, when those things came to me, there was no shift and change in my behavior. There was no me acting funny or acting crazy. There was no me just doing this because I arrived. I was being my 100% self. My 100% self. Because you don't manifest things. You manifest who you really are. So who are you as a six-figure CEO? Who are you as a seven-figure CEO? Who are you for real in a marriage? See, y'all got to stop lying. Who are you for real when you by yourself? What's your integrity hitting for? These are the things that, like, this is where the real is. And nobody wants to deal with the real. Tonight, I'm going to teach you how you can actually manifest and stop creating destructive realities. But this morning, I wanted to make you aware of how you keep creating these destructive manifestations by living in these false realities. So I hope that you grasp that. I hope that you have understanding. What I will tell you is, I'm going to have to use my computer because I don't know what my thing is. What I will tell you is, I have a masterclass. And if you know me, my master classes are normally $297, $222, stuff like that. And honoring my best friend for her birthday, which is on 1/31, I'm having a master class for $111. The reason why I'm using ones is because this is master classes for women who really want to get into alignment, baby. Don't come over here if you ain't for real. Because 2024 is the last year you have to create the portal that you want. Because 2025, you're going to be confused. I'm trying to give you a heads up before you even get there. You're going to be confused. Everything that you think you knew about this earth is going to shift. From the way that money is done to the way life is lived. You're going to really see how much they don't care about you. It's going to show. It's already showing. Look how they continue to raise prices on things. Look how they continue to feed us all poison. Like I told you, I went to Jamaica and I lost weight. Every time I leave the country, I lose weight. But I come back here and even when I'm eating my healthiest, there's going to cause some type of issue because they're poisoning us on all levels. You're expecting them to care about you when they don't. When the people who are inhabiting the earth, who are currently in charge, don't care about the earth or its inhabitants, baby, you can't think they care about you on a job. They didn't care about us when they was pulling up all those female trees that produce fruit that allowed us to be able to eat on the regular. Now we have to pay it to get fruit that they made in a lab using the real thing that they took. Baby, y'all better stop depending on this. Y'all better buy your way out. If you want out of the system that does not support you and that makes you a slave, the only way you're going to be able to do that is to buy your way out. And you buy your way out by using your mindful money system. But if you don't understand your mindful money and how you can make money with your mind, that's why you a slave to labor. That's why you keep doing this manual labor. Because you don't understand you can make money with your mind. And I can show you if you're ready. But let's go ahead and get into this masterclass. And then if you have any other questions on what other products and services, how I can support you, or any questions about this live or anything that I've said today, feel free to drop that in the comments. I'm going to spend a little time answering questions before I get ready to go. And like I said, I am going live again tonight. I don't know what time. It's either going to be 6 or 7. If you're on my email list, baby, then guess what? You're going to find out. If you ain't, you ain't. I don't know what to tell you. And there is absolutely going to be no replay for this, because this is too powerful. It's going into a course that I'm going to put on the side. So if you miss it now, baby, look. Okay? All right. So let's go ahead and get into this masterclass that I'm having. Okay? So I'm having a masterclass, and it's called Reset, Renew, and Rewire Masterclass, a transformative journey towards creating the life you desire. After this masterclass, you're going to be very clear about the life that you want to create and how you actually can create that life. So the basis of this is going to be coming from literally Genesis. Because if you want to learn about creation, all you have to do is literally study how the Most High created. There's patterns like everywhere in everything. There's patterns in everything. God's showing us all the time. Hey Trina, my love. I appreciate you and I miss you. All praise to the Most High. Listen, this masterclass, I'm going to be literally using the ancient wisdom of Genesis verses 1 through 31. And I'm literally going to show you how it is a blueprint for creation, renewal, and purpose. Okay? So, and you need to understand these things, because all of these things are very, very vital. Yes, tell my Katie and I say I miss him and I love him, and hug him tight for me, please. The next thing that you're going to learn is how to reset your mindset. Okay? Your mindset is very important in the regard to where your life is going to go, in the direction that you're going to go in. You're going to learn practical strategies on how to reset your negative thought patterns and how to cultivate resilience for a positive mindset. So what I'm going to be teaching you is how to transmute that energy up. Okay? Take it from low vibrational state to bringing it up. Okay? The second thing that you're going to learn is that you're going to understand the process of renewing your goals. You're going to reflect on your current goals, and we're going to necessarily build according to the lifestyle you want to live. Because goals are pointless if you don't have vision clarity. And I'm going to be teaching you vision clarity. A lot of women have a list of, oh, this is what I want in a man. These are my goals. I wouldn't necessarily do that. I would create the life I would believe and think about the life I want to live. And then once you have that vision clarity, then you can see what type of man actually fits into that vision and that aligns with that actual vision, and that actually can support you in making that vision a reality. That will cut off a lot of people that you're trying to date, because you know how you want to live instead of just being like you just want somebody. Okay? It really supports you in moving differently. So if you're wanting to move differently, not just in life, in business, but in your love life, vision clarity is going to be very important, and I'm going to be teaching vision clarity. Because goals ain't nothing without vision clarity, okay? The third thing that we're going to be doing is that we're going to be helping you in the space of rewiring your actions. When you have uprooted those beliefs and you are imparting new beliefs, your actions begin to align with your new beliefs depending on how you are able to program yourself. So I'm going to discuss actionable steps and habits resonating with renewing your goals, rewiring your actions so that you are more successful in living the purposeful life that you really, really want to live. Okay? It's going to be very interactive. If you've ever done a masterclass with me, you know you have the opportunity to be able to ask me whatever. It's always a very inviting, warm, beautiful, feminine atmosphere, because baby, I don't play that. We're not having it any other way. When we come in the gate, baby, we're breathing, we're getting ourselves centered, because we're coming in with all of the right type of energy so that we can receive. Okay, like I said, this masterclass is going to be 111. You can get it with Klarna, Affirm, and Afterpay. Girls, I don't want to hear no excuses, because if you know me, my masterclasses are not 111, baby. I have not had a 111 masterclass probably since January of 2023. I ain't had one since. Ever since then, they have been more and more. So this is the last opportunity to be able to work with me on that level and be able to get it. It's gonna, like I said, it's gonna be 111. You can click the link in my bio. That leads you to Instagram, and then once you click that, you can purchase your ticket. When you purchase your ticket, you're going to get an email later this week, kind of just welcoming you and getting you started. And here's the dope part about this: I'm doing something real different because I love y'all, and because it's my best friend's birthday, Rusta. But the women who attend this masterclass are going to get invited to a private masterclass with me in December to see how they've done this entire year since starting the process of the reset, renew, and rewire. So I'm going to follow up with y'all in December to see where you are, okay? I'm going to give you the game plan in January, and I'm going to leave you to yourself. And then I'm going to see you in December, Lord willing, right? Lord willing, all in his plans, I will see you in that space. So like I said, 111, click the link in the bio. I'm just really excited about it. This is Masterclass Speak Just to Love. I'm interested in business support. Oh, no, baby. We're not talking about love. That's the thing. We're not talking about love. We're not talking about love at all. Let's be talking about self-love. What we're, and I thank you for asking that question too, because it actually will clear some stuff out. So let me explain a little bit about how I operate and how I work. Your relationship with yourself is what I focus on. So when you master your authentic feminine design in all aspects, from the top of the house all the way down to the basement, when you are in that space, it makes it easier for you to be able to track. It makes it easier for you to be able to create. When it comes down to relationships, money, all of these things. Life and business are extremely parallel. If you are a procrastinator in life, you are a procrastinator in business. So I help you become a master of yourself. And when you become a master of yourself, anything else you touch has no choice but to succumb to your level of mastery. But the key thing is that, can you master yourself? I can teach you how to make seamless income. I can do that in my sleep. I can tell you 5 different ways to get money right now. The thing is, though, are you in a space where you can receive 10,000 and not feel guilty because you just got paid 10,000? You're like, I'm about to mess this up. See, nah. Or, I can't believe somebody paid me this, baby. Instead of being like, this is my birthright. Where the next one at? Like, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully that supports and that helps. Let me go back up to these questions. Is it a Zoom type masterclass? It is a Zoom type masterclass. It is a beautiful trade. Ain't that it, Kendra? Kendra is one of my amazing clients. She's having if you're interested too in transitioning to a plant-based lifestyle, click the link in Kendra's bio and sign up for her free masterclass. She is teaching families how to change lives. Y'all, hold on. Hear me real quick though. Y'all, food about to get really... Okay. Let me ask God real quick what I could say and what I can't say before I say this. Okay. Start diversifying, not just your income, but start diversifying how you eat food. Start seeing meat as a luxury, especially, and I hope you're getting it organically if you can position yourself to get it. But start seeing meat as a luxury, because I'm telling you, things are going to shift and change really quickly. Kendra is really going to save a lot of women and a lot of moms and a lot of families with this plant-based transitioning masterclass. It's free, y'all. Y'all can go over there and learn. Please learn how to be able to make meals and things from plants. Please learn how to do and utilize resources. Please learn how to do these things before you are forced to. And when you are forced to, you feel lost and you feel confused and you don't know what to do. She's having a free masterclass. Go sign up. That's what I'm going to tell y'all. Okay? Make sure you go and you sign up, because she's going to save a lot of lives. And that's all I can give y'all. That's all I can give y'all. I want to give y'all so much more. I never really say all I know. But that's all I'm permitted to give you at this point. But trust me. Take care of that, okay? What if I want to be single, no partner? That's cool. That's totally cool. Not everybody, and I'm glad that you said that, not everybody is meant to be married. And I want people to stop saying that. Marriage is a group project. And some people meant to work alone. And some people don't do well in group projects. Like, there's so many different reasons, but ain't nothing wrong with this. You can be single. Also, just make sure that you build a tribe of masculinity around you to protect you. You know, friends, all that stuff. Family. What other questions do you guys have? Right. It sure I understand. I don't know who said that, babe. I usually get an email. Oh, hey, Lo, you didn't get the email I sent. Did I send one out this morning? Yeah, I did. I did. Okay, you gonna get part two though, cause I'm gonna be on here either tonight at 6 or 7. So we send these emails out again, okay? And I'll message you. You're welcome. What other questions do you guys have for me? It is food about to go boom. You better tell them. I'm trying to. Whoo, baby, I be trying not to tell y'all what I'm telling y'all. I try. And I'm gonna tell you something. People want clear cognizance. They want to have a knowing. They want to be a doorway for people. They want. Let me tell you something. Heavy is the head that wears this type of crown. Because the things that I wish that I didn't always know. I wish that I couldn't see certain patterns sometimes because it's very difficult. But I'm doing my best to keep you guys abreast and to do what I've been called to do, which is wake women up so that they can actually operate in the fullness of their purposes, because that's how you're going to thrive. Because this world is done. If you know scripture, you know it's done. But you still can thrive. And you can do that by following the path that is created and that has been created for you. Okay? So, let me go back to these questions. You're welcome. Let's see. Oh, yay. I'm so excited. I checked it, didn't notify. I'm so sorry. Shoot me a message, Halo. How come out of false reality, just a little bit of info? I'm confused on what you mean. You mind fleshing that out a little bit? I'm excited to learn more from you. All praises for the Most High. To the Most High. I hope you get to come in the masterclass too. Can we keep up with your class? Can we keep up with your class if this is our first product from you? Yes, my classes are lifetime value. So when I hold my masterclass, they're lifetime value. So you get to go back to it anytime. Because here's the truth. You're going to need to be able to set your goals and do what you need to do for 2025. You can use this system. The one thing about me is that when I teach you something, you can repeat it over and over and over and over again until it's time to elevate to something else. The system that I'm going to be teaching on the 31st is literally what I've been doing since 2019. It's what I've been doing since 2019 that's helped me lose 90 pounds, build out my business, attract better suitors and partners, like all that type of stuff. Being able to build my business the way I want, traveling the world. My business has afforded me last year, within 10 months, to be able to travel 9 out of those 10 months. Why you can't have that? Oh, I got kids. Baby, please. You know how many mamas I have and I work with that out here world schooling? Like, why are you limiting yourself? Like, I don't get it. Okay? Can you give the name of the books you were speaking of or put it in an email? Which ones? The lost books? You will type in apocryphal. The books that I'm speaking of is, I believe, the book of Adam. It's the book of Adam and Eve and the book of creation. Those are the two. But read the entire apocryphal. Don't slip on none of it. You don't want to miss it. It's a lot of stuff in there that will kind of help you fill in the gaps. Like if you're reading Genesis, I would recommend reading Genesis and reading the book of Adam and Eve and reading the book of creation. Because going between those three, you're going to be like, that's why that didn't make no sense. That's the missing piece of that. You mean to tell me this is what this really was? And then you start to shift and you begin to understand the power of the Most High and the wrath of the Most High. Okay? Because both of them are very real. So hopefully that supports. How do we purchase the masterclass? Click the link that says Instagram in my bio. Go to Instagram and there's a link in there. And you click in it and it'll say the Ignite Your Transformation Masterclass Reset Renew or something like that. And it's 111. Just click it, purchase it. You're going to get your email confirming everything by the end of this week. It wasn't your fault. It was my Gmail. Oh no. You found it? Okay, good. Good. Let's see. What book Bible recommendations do you have again, please? Scripture itself. If you're wanting to create your life over and start over, start with creation. Start with Genesis. Start with the beginning. And really begin to dissect that. I actually have a TikTok that's up there. My most viral TikTok, I think, is the one where I'm talking about creating the life you want with the cheat code in scripture. So you can check that out. And if you find that very valuable, you can grab the alignment bundle, which will walk you through the entire process of uprooting the shadows and the different things that are blocking you, and really getting you to creating the life that you really, really want. How come I meant false reality typo? I may need you to, the questions have came in so quick, I may need you to rewrite out the question, my love Kingdom affiliate, so I'm very clear. I think I answered how to purchase the masterclass. I have used the alignment bundle at least 3 times. Listen, baby, the divine alignment bundle gonna get you back on track. If you ever lose your way in life, it is the one thing that I always go back to for myself. Because you lose your way, stuff happens, and you need to get back aligned. And the divine alignment bundle supports you because it reminds you of your divineness. It's no point of you walking around this earth and not understanding your divineness. It tells you in Genesis that, number one, you're creating in the image, in the likeness of the Most High. You on the God frequency. You got the God frequency within you. Luke 17:21, the kingdom of heaven is within you. You looking above, you looking around, you looking all over the place, but within yourself to be connected to kingdom, and that's your issue. Right? So when you understand that and you connect to that, you understand your God-like nature. That's one. So when you understand that you are a goddess, of the you are a goddess created by the ultimate almighty most high God of us all, you begin to treat yourself as such, and you'll let nobody else treat you no different. Okay. And then the next aspect of that is understanding not only your likeness, but understanding that you were created in the image of the most high, which means that you actually authentically have the character of the most high. Now you may not always follow in the integral character, or that character of integrity, but it is within you, and when you tap into it, you actually get to realize that you reap the benefits of what comes from that. But this is what happens a lot of times with people. They will understand their God-like nature, but they will not work on their character, which is why they can't keep their dominion. Understand that goes in order. Likeness, your God nature, your character, and then your territory. All of those things go in that order. So if you don't recognize your God nature, you'll never understand that your character, what it needs to be, and you'll never have dominion in your life, which is why you can always find yourself underneath everything else instead of being on top of it. When you understand your godlike nature, but you choose to work on your character, you don't get to keep your dominion. I.e., you see the celebrities and the stuff that's being taken from them because they may have thought that they were gods, but they didn't work on the character of God, and because of that, they can't keep what they've built over all these years. But on ting, the bill always comes due. Prime example of understand that whatever man sows, you shall reap. Okay? So you understand that principle, you move a little different. Okay? So, yeah. It's really just that simple, guys. Apocryphal. I can send it to you. It's 111. It's going to be 111 until the tickets run out. And I don't have a whole lot of tickets, so go how you will. Where do I buy the book? You can go on Kindle and type in the Apocryphal. And make sure you get the one that has all of the books in it. And you can read from there. Or you can find a PDF probably on Google for free. Possibly. But just make sure it has those things. I'm coming into the last years of my 20s. Oh, I remember when I was in the last years of my 20s. I was a mess. What advice would you give to focus on? Okay, so first things first. I don't give advice. And I don't always... You can click the link in the bio. You can go to my Instagram, Kingdom Affiliate, to click the link, and Divine Alignment Bundle is on there as well. All the products and services I have are on there. So the first thing I would tell you, Layla, is I don't give advice. And I don't take advice. What I do give is insight. Insight comes from a space of wisdom. It comes from a place of spiritual understanding and knowing. So the first thing I would tell you is to always seek insight, never advice. Because advice sometimes is based on personal experience, and that person's personal experience or that person's reality does not mean that that is going to be your reality. The next thing that I will tell you is that nobody has your answers. Nobody has your answers. People can tell you what to do, but nobody has your answers. And because you have the godlike frequency within you, Your responsibility, if you want to know those answers, is to travel from the mansion of the ego of your mind that gives you anxiety, that gives you stress, that says you can't do certain things, to travel to the kingdom of heaven that is within you and align with that. And when you continue to seek first the kingdom of heaven, the Most High, about every single decision that you make, every single choice that you do, you can always trust yourself when you listen to that voice rather than your own sometimes. And then the last thing I will tell you is what my mom always wrote to me in every single Bible that she's given me since I was a child. And that is Proverbs 3, 5, and 6, which is trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not to your own understanding. Acknowledge him in all of your ways and he shall direct your path. It took me 37 years, 36 years to get a full understanding of what that means. And what I got from that was to completely rely and be confident that the Most High is always going to be the Most High. Never going to lie, always going to hold true to the word, always going to honor law. And if you would honor law in that same manner by honoring yourself, then you are going to be fine. So you don't need any advice. You need to know you. And so the question becomes, what do I do to get myself in alignment to better know me so that my 30s don't look like my 20s, my 40s look even better than my 30s, and my 50s I'm just sailing because I understand how this rolls and how this works. Okay? So hopefully that supported you and it answered your question. Yeah. So let me go down to the rest of these. I talked about how to get the Divine Alignment Bundle. Let's see. You took us off. Just a little bit. The most I'll be knowing. I'll be 30 in April and I need to take heed for that. Yes. I made my 30s all about me falling in love with working out. I wanted I wanted to be a fine 40-year-old baby, and I'm fine, okay? I'm not just saying it because that's how I feel about me. That's the reflection. That's the energy, baby. I'm fine, okay? So I wanted in my 30s to build and start the process of building a healthy lifestyle because I just wanted to look great in my 40s. I wanted to be the healthiest version of myself, and I did that. So I made my 30s all focused about getting my health where I wanted to be and working on my body and working on myself. So you just have to figure out what's the theme for your 20s, for your 30s, for your 40s. And I have a different theme for my 40s, and I'm really excited about that. So, it's just, hopefully that supports and that helps too. All praises. I wrote in my daughter's Bible, girl, yes, it makes a difference. Hey, you're welcome. All right, my loves. I gotta get off here because y'all know I gotta go get food, baby, because y'all know I ain't ate nothing. I was supposed to have a smoothie before I got online, baby, but I was too much in it. I said, I'm finna go and get them this right now because they need it. I'm gonna see y'all tonight. Get on my email list, or you're not gonna know when I'm going live and you're just gonna take a chance. Because like I said, there's not gonna be a replay to this. This is definitely going into a course because it's too powerful. And I'm glad that you guys were here to be able to grab the info, and prayerfully you'll be able to join me tonight. So thank y'all so much for your time. I greatly appreciate y'all so much. And please remember that you are the line leader in your life experience. The class is going to be 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, and you guys get access to the replay whether you are there or not. So you have the replay for life. Like I said, understand that you are the line leader in your life experience. People are doing nothing but paying attention to you and following your lead. So treat yourself exceptionally well, but primary first, believe that you deserve that so that you can activate that in other people. Okay? All right. Thank y'all so much, and I hope that y'all have an amazing evening. I will see, not evening, baby, because it's 11 o'clock. See, I didn't came too early talking about evening. But I love y'all. And I will see y'all tonight for part 2. And if you're on my email list, then you're going to get the deets. All right. Hey, sis. Okay, y'all, I got to go for real. All right. I love y'all to pieces. Bye, y'all. Thank you so much.